Welcome everybody. I am CJ Butcher, and I want to play this song in the background as I'm going. My name is CJ Butcher, and I am testing my volume because last time retarded Windows, Microsoft's bitch ass, changed a bunch of my settings. So I did an hour and a half special with some new breaking news, and it was using my shitty webcam audio, and now I have to do some patches because I can't change any audios until I activate Windows, and I can't afford that. So I have to do a bunch of weird bullshit. What the fuck is it so far back for? What's happening? So I'm trying to listen to my audio, and it keeps saying it's upcoming, but I say I'm live. Okay, now it says I'm live. It keeps saying it's upcoming. Okay. That seems to be working now. I gotta sneeze real quick, as usual. All right, get that shit out of the way. We're doing good. Sorry for all the kerfuffles, but I also have an idea. To make a new entry video. Probably use the same music because I love that song. That's my song. It's called Envy. You could go online and buy it, or it's on reverbnation.com/bullet for a halo. It's called Envy. It's one of my favorite songs I made. It's real jammy. It jams right along. But oh my God, this news with the DEI bullshit. It's just ridiculous, man. This is trying to stay objective and just report the data. And oh my God, I'm having trouble where to even begin. It's just same as usual. People at this level of the satanic pedophilia, 3 minutes in, when they fail, they get promoted, and they just keep failing and getting promoted. And so, was it Kimberly Cheetle, little Cheetos? She's the one that told the J6 committee to delete all their messages. So there's no paper trail of their collusion and their conspiracy and treason.
She would know. The 28-year veteran was on the team that evacuated Vice President Dick Cheney on 9/11, and she served on then Vice President Biden's protective detail. He named her director in mid-2022. Amid a swirl of controversy over the agency deleting nearly all of its text messages from January 6th. The agency says that was due to a data migration.
System migrations happen, but I think for a lot of Americans, it just doesn't pass the smell test, given the timing and the volume of messages deleted.
Well, it's unfortunate that that would be the assumption that people would make. Our integrity is everything, and there was nothing nefarious attached to that.
Their integrity.
They delete the evidence and tell us to fucking suck it. This is what we're dealing with. There is no hope with dealing with these people. This is infiltration. This is elite capture. Each one of these people is corrupt to the core. Completely corrupt. No hope of ever seeing the light. They're blackmailed, corrupt, evil, satanic pedophiles. And to the person need to get out of government. And that's what MAGA is doing, exposing these people. If you believe Trump, he says he has all the data, all the information. necessary to kick these people out. And he said that right when he invented Space Force. And Space Force, if people don't know, they kind of laugh because they think, Star Wars and lasers and battles and spaceships, which down the road could be true. Space War is really soon, within the next 100 years. But Space Force means cyberspace, means the info war, the digital frontier. So, and who has operational military control of every satellite, every military satellite? Space Force does. And who is not under or enslaved to or covered by the Posse Comitatus Act? Space Force. Posse Comitatus means you can't operate on American soil. All the other branches of military are what's the word? Covered by it. All the other military can't operate on American soil, but Space Force can. All right. We're just getting retarded now. So not only did they survey this area, they had no way to get to this area.
Hit it like you mean it.
This is an emergency, and they had no way to get to this area. That means they had no plans to egress or anything. This is pitiful. Like, I'm all thin blue line, but these police officers are not trained to do this. Obviously, right? They have no clue what they're trying to do. It's a 20-foot tall building, and they got a 5-foot ladder to climb it. They're probably going to have to use the shooter's ladder because he bought the right size ladder. Citizens have to help get them through the tape. But wait, folks, it gets way worse. It gets worse, everybody. So it's hard as the camera views come in and more data is happening, and we're getting zero from the FBI and the White House of that. Of course, right? We knew that they're going to say dumb shit, and we're not going to be able to believe. You can't believe anything they say. That's just how captured and corrupt they are. They're pure. The FBI is pure evil. And now Department of Homeland Security, you could tell, is completely corrupt. Alexander Mayocha, because that's who is running this. Kimberly Cheadle reports to Alexander Mayocha. So completely corrupted, completely worthless, corrupt. There's no words to describe it. Needs to be gone immediately. There's no need for the FBI now. It used to, do most good and then maybe do a little bit bad. Now it's doing 99.9% bad and maybe some good on accident. 0.01% good on accident. The FBI must be dismantled. It's a terror organization. That's all it is. Some good news. Trump's suing Guardian News Media, Pinsky Media, and a bunch of other people for $250 million for a false reporting effort coordinated to destroy TMTG, which is now it was DWAC, which is now DJT stock. It's a coordinated, and that was the 12th, a couple days ago. Yeah, 4 days ago. So this, if anybody hasn't been following the DJT thing, the DJT stock thing, it's been, there's a coordinated global effort to take it down, by hedge funds, by news media, which is the CIA. But so the CIA, FBI, hedge funds are all coordinating like a Leviathan. It's called fascism, to take down DJT. And DJT keeps growing, but the stock keeps going down because it's getting what's called naked shorted, which should be illegal and I think is. But they let it happen because nobody's looking into it. It's where they don't even have the shares and they bet against the shares. Last big scam like this was GameStop. And you saw when they divide us, they could conquer us. But when we stand together in diamond fist and hodl, we bankrupted hedge funds on GameStop. And this is 10 to 100 times bigger. If you want to be a part of history, jump in on this DJT thing. Not financial advice, but this is 10 to 100 times bigger than what GameStop was. The exact same thing. The Leviathan trying to crush the small businessman and the citizen trying to attack the citizen. Same thing. And the citizen standing up saying, fuck you. So we're going to bankrupt some huge hedge funds. And so they can't let that happen. So they're making every move to bankrupt this DJT thing. But we're not selling. There a month or two ago, there was 600,000 separate shareholders. And now I bet you there's way more than that. Because now that the billionaires and millionaires are moving in, the whales are moving in. Elon Musk is in 100% on Trump, donating $45 million per month to Trump's campaign. It's shit's moving our way fast. So that you can tell how desperate they are by this assassination attempt, and you can tell how fucking retarded they are by this assassination attempt. So some other quick news. Elon Musk is moving out of California because of how satanic and how pedophilic they are. So that's what they say is when people figure out how bad these elites that they're clapping for, all these people on TV, these CIA spooks, and all these trans Tifa and BLM and all them are working out. They're all cheering for these people that are brutally, unspeakably harming children in ways you don't even want to think about or mention. By the tens of thousands, 85,000 children missing by HHS, sorry, Health and Human Services. 85,000 children gone. Came across the border. We sent them somewhere, and they went somewhere. We tried to call them on a phone number they gave us. Nobody answered. That's our due diligence. Move on to the next one. That's happening right now. Child trafficking is the most it's ever been in human history across our border. In the world, period, is moving across our border. Like, it's the global center for trafficking right now. Plus, was it Libya and because they have open slave markets. Slavery is the most it's ever been in history right now. Human trafficking, most it's ever been by far. Orders of magnitudes worse than it's ever been before. All right. Shit's about to get real stupid, you guys. If you thought everything we've been reporting on the Trump shooting didn't make sense and just didn't add up. Here we go. It's about to get worse. And I truthed a whole bunch of different pictures, but they just don't seem to show up when I go back and look for them. But I saved a couple too, so I have some more slides. And we're going to go through some of the other data that still holds true, because when I recorded this morning, my audio was so screwed up, man. I think I couldn't listen to it, so that sucks. Because that was a good show. I went through a lot this morning. So, can you zoom in on this shit? Yeah. So Kimberly Cheadle is now saying that she intentionally did not put snipers on that roof because it was sloped. It was mildly sloped a little bit and not safe. But they did put snipers on this roof, which is sloped. So snipers, according to the director of the Secret Service, snipers are only useful and accurate on level ground. Just let that lie just seep over you. And if you feel that anger kind of start burning in the pit of your stomach, welcome to the club. This is, and then later on, sorry, I'm all plugged up, man. It's sun shining and raining here. Like, what is this, Florida? So, and later on, she'll deny she said that, and that's not what she said. And we'll have to cover it like, yes, you did say that. And then she'll be like, oh, I don't recall it, and blah, blah, blah. So this is the game they play. Doesn't matter what they say. Get them the fuck out of office. Get her gone. Get this DEI shit out of here. Woke supremacy is way more of a threat than white supremacy has ever been. That's just a fact. Trump's phone call with RFK Jr. was leaked. How long is this? A minute 30. See, a lot of my photos are missing. MTG and not Naomi Wolf. Come on, what's her name? I know her name. Oh, I just forgot her name. One second, I'll be right back. Natalie Winters. Well, maybe I'm podcasting. All right, sorry about that, folks. Her name is Natalie Winters. I swear to God, I'll get better at podcasting. I had a really deep pimple right here on my nose, and I had to pop it, and it popped so good. But I hate pimples, and I hate humidity. Like, it makes me itchy, and everything cling to my skin, and I'm just not made for warmer weather. I like, and I could do warm weather as long as I'm in water or by water, swim in or water adjacent, something. But just living in this weather just sucks. Like, I don't want to move. I can't move. Everything's sticky and gross, and that's that. But I ain't complaining. And here's another cool thing. The Trump's classified documents case, where the FBI intentionally doctored that this photo was a setup photo and completely faked. None of these files had top secret or classified or whatever markings on them. The FBI added all of that, and they said it was placeholders. So the FBI completely made up this photo and then still decided to try to indict Trump. The FBI, the same FBI that said Hunter's laptop is fake, the 51 CIA and intelligence officials that colluded to overturn the election in 2020, this is the same FBI, right? So this skank, you could just smell her, can't you? You could smell the DEI on people. And she's blaming local police. So the Secret Service outsourced their service. So now they're not a secret and they're not a service. They're like the Federal Reserve. They're not federal and they have no reserve. So what the fuck are they? They're a part of the Leviathan. They're one of the tentacles. So yeah, the Federal Reserve is not a federal. It's owned by a bunch of private banks, and it doesn't have any reserve because it does fractional banking and modern monetary theory where they just print money and spend and they don't care about deficits. So they have no reserve. Same thing here. It's just the inverse. They do 180. Like there's the right way to do things, which is MAGA, is trying the best to do the right way, the constitutional way. And then there's this way, which is 180 degrees wrong, and then they twist it 90 degrees. So it's wrong and weird. So she's wrong and weird. Just look at it. Just look at that. Gross. They always have them eyes, man. Them reptilian eyes. I'm just saying. Yeah, see, I had so much more. This is where we started this morning. And you could just, there's no point in a short, fat lady being a Secret Service agent for a 6'3", 200-something pound man. 0 point to that. That's not equity. That's not smart. That's not diverse. That's retarded. And see, I even had her sitting down talking about how proud she was of she's going to try to get, tons of women in by 2030. So we got to get her fired very soon. Oh yeah, I went on a little posting spree. So this will come back into what we're talking about. So you see, even the RNC, we talk about Democrats and the left all this time because they just embody the evilness, the pedophilia, the Satanism. That's what they embody and they crave. Team death. But the Republican Party is part of that as well. Both because they're both the same thing. They're both paid by the same corporations. They're both corrupted by the same FBI. So the Republicans and Democrats and the FBI and Congress are all the same thing, and corporations. It's one unit. It's called fascism. So you can tell the RNC, they put CNN and MSNBC and faux news on the main convention floor and every conservative media next door. That's how Republicans are treating conservatives. And you got the Leviathan reaching out with one of its tentacles, covering its tracks. Discord deleting the Trump Shooters account. So the Trump Shooters account on his Discord is gone, which would have been tons of evidence. And they immediately came out and said the account was unused and contained nothing relating to the attack. So you shouldn't even worry that we deleted everything. And if you suspect that there was something on there, you're a crazy person. Why do you think like that? Just like Kimberly Cheadle said about all the J6 text messages deleted. Well, you guys shouldn't think it was bad at all because you should trust us. Why not trust the science? So these people play the same game every time. Gaslight, evil shit. They do evil and then they gaslight and then they do evil again and then they gaslight again. So we don't need these people. We don't need them. The Muslim takeover, the Western replacement. These people are training. They're running drills. These Muslims. This is scary shit. Because in Springfield, I got the text in Springfield, Ohio, they just dumped 20,000 Haitians there. Many of them probably don't even speak the language. I think they speak French there. I have no idea. It's a failed state because of Hillary Clinton and the Red Cross and pedophilia and Satanism. So look at them. These people are training. You have to do drills to get that coordinated. You have to practice to get like that. And this is in Michigan. So it's already done in London. London is infiltrated completely by these 7th century savages, these inbred goat fuckers. Like, this needs to stop. It's intentional, and you hear the rhetoric. It sounds maddening. It sounds just unfair to a certain set of people. But it's the system is being broke on purpose. And if you could it's like you're on a boat and someone's sabotaging your boat and you'd be like, hey, asshole, stop. He's like, oh, you're being insensitive. Like, you're trying to kill us. So this is being done to us. Wokeism has to be done to you. You can't be told about wokeism. It has to be done to you. They made this personal. They're replacing Americans. So the mass migration, the invasion, has to be met with an equal and opposite deportation. That's it. Democrat pedophiles broke it. MAGA's going to fix it. They brought them all in illegally, put them on our doorstep, broke down our hospitals, our schools, our housing, our economies, our stores, our churches, everything. Just destroyed everything. Religion, school, family, economy, just destroyed it on purpose. We're going to have to fix it. So we're going to have to deport millions of these fuckers. Sorry to have such a cold heart. You got to have it fixed. If we don't fix this, then the whole world can't be fixed. Everyone has to fix their own shit first. That's what America First is. Stop importing the third world in massive, massive, unsustainable numbers. You're going to crash our hospital, then nobody gets medical treatment. And that's what they're doing. They're trying to crash the first world. They're trying to crash the Western society. It's that simple. And the answer is no. Don't let them do that. That's America First. Our response is no. Get the fuck out. We'll help you get out by the millions. One-way ticket. You break it, we fix it. That's the difference. Wokeism can't fix anything. There's always a future carrot, a future promise of a utopia. As if we just burn things down and kill everybody that disagrees with us, then we could usher in the new utopia. But they never get to that point because people stop them before the woke people kill everybody. And woke means communism. It's communism. So that's why everyone says, like, well, socialism and communism just has never been tried really. It's never been really implemented. Yeah, it's because we fucking come together and stop you before you kill your people. So you could never kill everybody and then have utopia because we stop you from killing everybody. So that's what wokeism is. It's just like, all we have to do is get rid of them, whoever them is, doesn't matter. Once they get rid of white people, then they'll pick on, white or women. Once they get rid of women and now dudes cut their dicks off and put long wigs on, then they'll pick on who knows next. Quadrupeds. Doesn't matter. Doesn't have to make sense. They picked on people with glasses in Russia because you look like you're smart. We can't have the intelligentsia. They picked on farmers. You must pick on farmers first, communism says, because you have to get control of the food supply. So they have to get rid of farmers first, which is what they're doing globally. It's super easy. We got their playbook. We know what they're doing. We need people to wake up. Just look around like, yeah, I don't want Bill Gates in charge of my food, feeding me ground up bugs. That is not what I want. I want to choose my own food, and I want to have food that's actually food, that's not a food product. Like meat now has ingredients in it. Like beef has ingredients. It's not just cow. It has a long list of ingredients now. So what we call beef, which is this bright pink, weird bullshit that doesn't cook anything like I remember as a kid, which used to be dark red. Now it's bright pink. God, it makes me sick. Like, this is just a side thought. I'm actually probably going to go off meat as much as I can this week just to see what happens. Like a bunch of beans, lentils, vegetables. I consider myself a weightlifter. I'm a lazy weightlifter, but I've been doing really pretty good lately. The 100 push-up things, I had to stop. I did it for about 8 days, but then my neck started kinking up and I couldn't move my neck, but I plan on getting back to it. I'll knock a couple days off, but I want to do it for 30 days because I did notice things on those 8 days. I did have some gains, and my tits were looking nice. So I moved my bench to incline, so I'm doing incline benching now. I'm increasing my torture machine, my air bike. So I'm gaining things. I just got to start doing more push-ups. I did 50 today. So I've still been doing some, like 50 or 60 a day. But I had to drop it down from 100 because I have a repetitive use injury in my neck from my last job, which was a computer job. So you just sit there and move the mouse all day, and it just got a real bad kink in my neck. But it seems to be going away. So I'm going to go get back to the push-ups. But all that to say is, so I need protein and I need calories. But just every time I say it, how pink and nasty cow is right now. It looks nothing like what hamburger looked like 10 years ago, 20 years ago. It's not the same product. It's not cow. So we have to say enough's enough. Like, I don't like that. My hamburger, excuse me, dang. The humidity outside is awful. My hamburger meat is packed full of ingredients. That's not good. That's not a good reality. So this is our bro. They won't show the current picture for some reason. I don't know why. But that's the golden ratio, it looks like. Oh, kind of. Almost the golden ratio. A Fibonacci series. Because now he has big round glasses and long hair. But they're trying to show him this picture in the bottom left, like where he's a super young kid. Like that's probably like a freshman in high school. But and that's the BlackRock video in the middle. Yeah. And I got so many pictures that just start showing up. I might have to go to, I got the pictures loaded. We'll have to go to them. So the official story is that this roof that they're on right here was too dangerous to put a sniper on because it had a slight slope. It was sloped a little bit, and that's dangerous for a sniper. Snipers could only fire on level ground, according to Kimberly Cheadle, director of the Secret Service, which is, of course, 100% bullshit. All right, I think this is it. I gotta get over here. Oh, what the fuck? Everything's so tough now, man. I gotta clip it and go back and not do that. What the fuck? And now it won't let me see anything. Oh, you dumb bitch.
I am the director of the Secret Service. It was unacceptable, and it's something that shouldn't happen again. We're going to continue to be transparent and communicate with people.
Do you plan to stay on? Absolutely.
I do plan to stay on.
Nope. You're gone, bitch. What do they call it? Church Commission, Nuremberg trials. We need a military tribunal for these people, man. These people are killing us. The FDA is your enemy. The FBI is your enemy. These people are killing us. So Lauren Boebert steps up. She'll be introducing legislation ASAP to hold Kimberly Cheadle, Director of Secret Service, accountable for allowing President Trump to get shot in an assassination attempt. It won't go anywhere. It won't do anything. But we got to add pressure. We weren't even, in the last 30, 40 years, we weren't even holding pressure on these savages, on these satanic pedophiles. They were just doing whatever they want, saying whatever they wanted about it, just lying their asses off, and then moving on to the next thing. Like January 10th, 2000, or September 10th, 2001. Was it Rumsfeld? God, I always forget who it is. But he goes on the news. I found that clip a couple times. I might be able to find it again. He goes on the news and says, hey, you guys, Department of Justice lost, like $2 trillion. We just can't find it. I'm sorry. I'm super sorry. We lost $2 trillion. And everyone's like, what the fuck? What did he just say? And that was September 10th, 2001. And then September 11th, 2001, nobody was talking about that $2 trillion anymore. And still are not talking about that $2 trillion that I think it was the Department of Defense lost. Still nobody's talking about it. Hey, we just lost $2 trillion of your money. Sorry. They didn't even say sorry. So, and nobody's doing anything about that. We're moving on because they're doing more evil shit. They do so much evil shit, we can't stop and look at all the evil shit they're doing. They are the enemy of the people, always have been in every iteration throughout history. The CCP, enemy of the people. The Nazis, enemy of the people. Soviet Union, enemy of the people. Like Mao, enemy of the people. Always, always the enemy of the people. And we don't do anything about it. So MAGA is the first legitimate thing that is doing something about it. It has the numbers, has the mandate, everything enough to do something about these satanic pedophiles trying to kill everybody. And that's not hyperbole. I wish it was. I wish I was speaking just, trumped up words. That is not hyperbole. They are literally actively trying to get us off their planet. And they're getting close. So for thousands of years, we ate raw eggs, raw dairy, and meat. And we did ultra-processed pink meat with tons of ingredients in it for less than 100 years. And yeah, the beef's been making me sick lately. That's why I kind of decided to do it. It just, whatever this pink food thing, I don't even know how to describe it. Pink mess that they're selling as beef, my body can't use it. My body doesn't know what to do with it. So I'm guessing it's plastic or worms or I don't know. It's not animal. So now they're blaming all these modern diseases on the stuff we've been eating forever and staying healthy. But we got all these ultra processed foods lately. But the FDA says those are definitely not what's killing us. It's everything else but those hyper processed foods with chemicals. So FDA is not your friend. FDA is enemy number one. FDA is poisoning children, elderly, and everybody in between. The FDA is not your friend. They're pimps for the pharmaceutical company. That's all they are. They're whores for the pharmaceutical company. That's all the FDA is. Dude, where are all my pics? Natalie Winters. All right. Yeah, so I'm going to eat some beans and some lentils. I'll make a big thing in my crock pot, spice it up real nice. It's good. It's almost like a stew, I guess. What? It's really filling, and it's like, I'll say $2, $2 worth of ingredients. Let's say $5 worth of ingredients would make enough to feed 15 people. Beans, lentils, quinoa, other things, chia seeds in there, and you spice it up really good with some, jalapenos, onions. Like, make it really nice. There's no meat in it, but there's no meat in the cow meat right now, I don't think. I'd be willing to bet there's just trace amounts of animal meat in beef right now because it's bright pink. Just look at it. It's bright pink. Animals ain't bright pink, bro. Don't know what animals you've been eating. But the ones that's been around on planet Earth are not bright pink. All right, so yeah, let me go ahead and bring up my pictures. Boop, bop, beep. All right, so we went over this already. The DEI is a top-down affair. It's Kimberly Cheadle focusing only on hiring women. By 2030, she wants a massive portion of the Secret Service to be women. Because they do the job well? No. Because of equity. Because there's not enough women in there. Well, women don't do this job well. If every president was a midget, fine. Have women there. They could probably pick up a midget. But no, this fat piece of shit cow right here, she could not pick up Donald Trump. She couldn't cover him. She couldn't pick him up. She's cowering. And you see other pictures where they're ducking behind objects. They're not trained well. They don't belong there. It's so easy. Diversity hires are retarded by definition. These are regular hires. This is a diversity hire. Fucking retard. Like, super easy to understand. Women do not belong in the Secret Service. That's not a sexist comment. That's a reality comment. So, Kimberly Cheadle, friends with the Bidens. Jill Biden's the one that recommended her for the job. Friends with Cheney. She is pushing maximum diversity and having tons of ovaries guarding leaders of the free world, which is a retarded concept. It's 180 degrees wrong. Like hiring, if you say you're just going to hire a bunch of short people, like, let's be diverse as fuck. Let's just hire a bunch of midgets to do Secret Service. Same outcome. They wouldn't be able to do shit, just like this fat cow can't do shit. Same thing. If you want to get real diverse, let's just hire black lesbian midgets. There you go. I'm diverse as fuck. I'm the most diverse. I win the oppression Olympics. Lesbian black midgets. Boom. All Secret Service agents from now on. So it's completely stupid. There's no point to it. DEI does not exist in reality. It's not a real thing. If you apply it to anything, whatever you apply it to turns to shit. This is a lump of shit right here. This fat cow is a lump of shit. She's probably bright pink if you grind her up. Ooh, don't say that. That was supposed to be a joke. That didn't come out right. I'm sorry about that. Not a funny joke right there. She's a fat cow, though. All right, so these are kind of older pictures, but yeah, Trump's first thing to do after being shot was to start raising money for the other people that got shot, his citizens, his rally attendants. That's badass. That's a hero right there. And that 2.6 is low now. It's well over 4 million now. So yeah, we saw earlier photos, and this is what I shared through DEI and the Secret Service part 1 and 2. It's just a continuation. These are some of the same slides, but they're still holding true. Because this was a couple days ago. This Charlie Kirk mentioned this, but it is true that they heavily relied on local law enforcement. And now, not only did they heavily rely on them, they're heavily blaming the law enforcement. So they relied. So the local law enforcement are the patsies. They relied on them and they didn't have the training, and now they're blaming them. And you can't have snipers on roofs if there's a teeny little slant to the roof. Excuse me, dang. Oh, and this story holds true, but it's even way crazier than you could expect. So there was a story about an officer who climbed up the ladder, presumably, because the roof, the walls are about 20 foot tall. I'm guesstimating 18 to 20 foot tall. Because there was a guy standing by it. It looked like 4 of him tall. And then the breezeway looks like maybe about 18 feet tall, maybe 16 feet tall, because the ladder looked about 14 foot. So the cop had to use the ladder, right, to climb up there, because you saw them with their ladder. It was like a little 5-foot ladder. It doesn't do shit. So there was this story about a cop climbing up and seeing the shooter. But if he did, he would have been directly behind the shooter. So if the shooter came around with his gun, he would have had to, get up on his side because he was prone. Or the shooter wasn't in position yet because this cop saw the shooter 26 minutes before the shooter fired. You think it's bad that a cop saw the shooter and then ducked back down? You think that's bad and didn't stop him and didn't radio it in to say, get Trump off the stage. It happened 26 minutes before the shooter fired. So what we need more than anything, we don't need the FBI to say shit because we know they're going to lie. They're just going to lie. We know that. What we need is the comms of the police department. Because the FBI is going to delete their communications on the radio. It's going to be a data transfer, like they always say. Something. We didn't know we were supposed to keep it. I'm sorry. We reuse our radio comms every day. What the fuck? Hey, my chicken 11 just jumped on my lap. She never does that. Oh, she did it last time a couple weeks ago. She's brave. You're a big brave chicken. She's the ugly one. She's a nude neck and she's super ugly, but she has a heart of gold. But not when I'm podcasting. She's jumping up right on my mouse. She's outrageous. You're outrageous, baby. What are you doing? You're an outrageous chicken. Oh, boy. What do you do? What do you do with all these chickens and all this modern technology? Don't poop on my things. And they always poop. Like if you have a blanket down, and because I have tons of blankets all over my furniture and I clean everything up pretty good. But they always like to poop on the fringes at the end of the blankets. That's the hardest to clean up. That's their main talent. What are you talking to? Well, you don't say hi to everybody? All right, back to business. She is so distracting. It's because she's pretty. Oh, what the Okay. So not much here. Oh, I moved it. I moved them all into a new folder after I opened them up. That's what that warning is about. So this still holds true. We keep reporting it day after day just to eliminate information or keep information if it's true, if it holds up, or if something happened. This still holds true, but we still need, everything's pointing back to the comms, the radio communication. We absolutely need the radio communication. That's going to clear up a lot of things. The FBI won't clear up anything. Testifying before Congress, they won't remember. I don't recall. You know what I mean? A bunch of that dumb shit. But any police out there, any police officers from was it Butler, Pennsylvania, please leak the audio of this. Please leak this audio. We need it, so the world needs this audio. We need the commands of why, and it's confirmed. A police officer saw the shooter 26 minutes. And let's just take that out of there. Let's take that 26 minutes out of there. Police and people around him, dozens and dozens of people, were pointing at the shooter for 2 to 3 minutes. This is saying Jonathan Willis, one of these two counter snipers that are local police, said they were aimed up and lined up on the shooter for at least 3 minutes. Look at Penelope in the background. She gets so jealous. She needs attention so bad. Whenever 11 gets attention, Penelope comes running and like a little 3-year-old, like literally like a 3-year-old, and wants to do whatever she's doing. Guys, I'm sorry, I'm so fucking itchy. I don't know what it is. Damn, humidity gets me, man. I need it to be cold because then my skin will make a bunch of oil and I won't be itchy, and I just need it to be cold. Okay, that one's gone. Oh, you guys fucking suck. Dude, this Windows 11 is just horse shit. I didn't want it. It was adjusted. It was uploaded for me. Come on. And it changed all my settings, and now it locked me since it's not activated and I can't afford to activate it. I can't change a lot of my settings. Daily reminder. Democrats have been doing all the damage to this country since the beginning. And now they got the Republicans who started out good intentions, freeing the slaves, getting everything equal, have now been compromised and collected and captured. So the Democrats and Republicans are now the same party. MAGA is not part of any of this shit. Cheeto. I got some new. So yeah, a lot of the this is still true. Jill Biden had a counter event or a counter protest or whatever. Don't know what it was about. Don't know who attended. But a lot of the Secret Service was diverted there. We went over this a lot yesterday. We got a better one coming up. Wouldn't give Trump but see, now we have conflicting reports because we heard that since a week or two before the shooting, we heard that there was a assassination, a threat from Iran. So they did increase Secret Service. So we're gonna keep this in for now. But now we have debating or conflicting narratives that they actually did increase his Secret Service due to assassination threats from Iran. But one thing they did do is Trump got RFK Jr. Secret Service, because Biden's been denying that to RFK Jr. for the last 2 years or something like that. So Trump came in through the clutch and got RFK Jr. Secret Service, which maybe he's just going to get a bunch of short, fat women, but that's better. It's actually not better than nothing. Yeah, you know. God damn it. That's your bro. So this might not be holding up. It says Josh Shapiro controlled the police officers. He's the governor. Maybe. I think the Secret Service might be in charge, or were they running their own op? It sounds like what Kimberly Cheadle's saying is that the police were running their own operation. Like there was no coordination between each other. The police over there and do that shit, and we'll be over here doing our shit. Thanks very much. So at least the narrative she seems to be propping up is that there was no communication, no coordination between Secret Service and the police. Oh yeah, these are all the lies of the mainstream media. Loud popping sound. It was probably a Jiffy Pop. You know, somebody was making popcorn and it scared Trump so bad that he fell. That's probably right. These people hate you. They absolutely. Okay, here's the picture of the ladder. I got this. It's not an extension ladder. It's an A-frame ladder. But those are actually pretty heavy. Those are actually really heavy. I had a job at a place called Materials Unlimited. It closed down, but it was a huge antique store, like 3 levels, massive building antique store. And it had, oh, God damn it. Chicken. No. Oh, I'm a bitch. Sorry, baby. Oh, now she thinks I don't love her. She instantly just started walking on my keyboard. And how she turned all the lights off. She pressed like 20 buttons at once. God damn it. That's okay. She pressed that button, definitely. What was that button? Print screen. I got a blinking button now. Okay, that's gone. I got my lights back. Oh, it's not what I like, though. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, my God. Should never let chickens walk on your computer desk. But I break all the rules with these chickens. I love them. They're crazy. You shouldn't have chickens in the house. That's obvious. But God dang it, I love them. So this is, I'm going to say, a 14-foot A-frame ladder. These are heavy. A 20-year-old twiggy kid would have trouble lifting this walking through the crowd. And he's walking through the fucking crowd with a ladder and a rifle. This is the way they got up there. So I'm thinking the cop had to get up here the same way. So that's I bet you that's about 12 to 13 foot. So that makes this about 14 foot. The other side looks about maybe 15 to 18. That's just rough estimates. But that I'm going to say that's a 12-foot ladder. 12 or 14-foot ladder. Somewhere around there. So, and those are heavy. That you have to use 2 hands to carry those. I don't because I'm super strong. Oh, what the fuck? Chicken. God, she needs something today. Are you okay? She's usually not the needy one. She's an independent one. She's an independent baby. Penelope is a greedy, needy little baby. What, Bubba? You're fucking with me. I'm almost done. So then he jumped up here, and this is the side facing away from Trump. So you go up a little slope and down the little slope. So he was up probably right about here at the peak and facing over this way towards Trump. I got videos of it, or slides of it. But that's the ladder. And if he's a lone gun, so there is 0% chance that he was walking through the crowd in his little car. And some people say van, some people say car, some people says it has a bomb in it. We're going to have to wait on that. So we're going to have to wait on what kind of vehicle he had and all that jazz. And they said he bought a ladder that morning to whatever. I don't think he'll be able to carry it. And much less through the crowd with his gun. He has a gun. He has a huge rifle kit and a huge ladder walking through a crowd. And everyone, like, come on. No. And he has long hair and looks like a fucking twink little twerp. No, I don't think so. 0% chance. So my guess, and we have no information about it yet. Nobody's focusing on it or talking about it, of course. Because it's not how it happened, how it was facilitated, because they're doing the lone wolf approach. Oh, yeah, we don't know anything about him. We're deleting all his social media accounts right now because there's no information about him on his social media accounts. But we're deleting them all, and we don't know anything about him, but we are for sure that he did this on his own. That's the FBI narrative right now. So that's a big ladder, folks. Go to your Home Depot, lift a 14-foot orange, is it not carbon fiberglass ladder. They're heavy. They're pretty heavy. I had to navigate those in between glass antiques to try to climb up those and then get the light fixtures out of the ceiling. Those were that was difficult. So I clipped this a couple times. She says she did not put snipers on the roof. A roof exactly like this one with the same exact slope as this one that has snipers on it. She did not put one out there on the only building with a direct line sight to the president because it was sloped exactly like this one. That's her excuse right now. And of course, they're not under oath, so she'll, I didn't say that. That's not what I mean. I don't recall saying that. We're thinking of safety. How dare you? How dare you bring that up? That is so long ago. I didn't mean that. Yeah. So this incline was too dangerous to have a sniper on or any officer on, which there's tons of them standing and squatting right here. But it's too dangerous to have them up here when the president's life is on the line, is what she said. So they're just fucking lying. Oh, good. This is a great picture. So what we covered the other day. So that crane, remember we saw it do all the mist, spray out the mist and come down? It looked like it was kind of smaller than this crane over here. No, it was holding the speakers. Okay, these are the big boys. Okay, it's right here. I probably can't do much about that. Yeah. So there's the water tower back there. I got a good picture of the water tower. So they had no snipers up in this water tower. Look at the view from the water tower, the Overwatch. Oh, you have 5G towers right there. What the fuck? You have tons of 5G towers right there. So look at this view from the water tower. Beep, 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 beep. It's gone. So yeah, the ladder, see those two pine trees? Those were in the picture with the ladder. So the ladder was back over here. So they saw him climbing this whole building to get over here. I thought he was over here. I guess he was over here. And yeah, all the people were here. Dozens and dozens of people. So this is an after. This seems like it's after it because this speaker's still up here and this one's down on the ground of this crane. So this is afterwards. This is a great picture. So this isn't as far off as I thought. So he would have shot there, but he hit this crane. And it looked like a bullet hit the crane, and the crane shot a mist of. It looked white, but maybe he was just catching the sun. Let's just say it's hydraulic fuel for now. And then, like, see how this crane has these speakers extended. This one came down, crashed the speakers. See how they're bowed a little bit. This one's really bowed because it hit the ground, and a huge mist went off spraying. This is a small event, actually. This is actually a very small event. Couple, 10,000 people maximum, probably less than that. Everything's weird about this. This is a very small event. And they have so they put snipers here on this building, but this building has a way less pitch than this. This one has way more of a pitch. A pitch is the angle, rise over run. So this one has way less of a pitch, but we couldn't put anybody on Overwatch here. But these guys are standing on it no problem, because it's so dangerous before when we want Trump to get shot. It's so dangerous, but afterwards it's not dangerous. So this water tower doesn't look like that in the other picture. It looks really weird in the other picture. So I might have to doubt my other picture, but I'm glad this showed up here. So this is the water tower. So it's up, maybe another 4 inches out of the frame. Perfect Overwatch. You can see people approaching this parking lot. You got all these buildings covered. Got all these buildings covered. All this, everything's covered from that water tower. Nobody is in the water tower. Maybe a second shooter, but those are unconfirmed. Blah blah blah. Don't even start that. But they should have had snipers in the water tower. So I don't know what's up with this, all this weird shit. It looks like it might be covered in stuff to prevent people from climbing it. And they wrapped it in. I have no idea. But it doesn't look normal. Maybe it's just too grainy to see. Yeah, look at these trees, look dumb. There's the tree right there. That looks dumb. There's supposed to be, support beams right there. So I just grabbed that picture, but that looks completely weird. So yeah, Cheeto has ties with the Cheneys, the Bidens, and is responsible for J6 deleting the texts. So that's all you need to know. She's a dirty, dirty, satanic pedophile, completely captured. Trust 0% of what she says. She's out to kill us. This is one of the deep state. This is what they look like. Doesn't matter if they do good at their job or bad. This is a DEI deep state, like just demon. So these are the people that are hurting us. This is what he looks like now, or then, I guess, because he's fucking gone. Long hair. It looks a little bit different than that. Bigger glasses. So this is the picture they're trying to show you. It's probably like his freshman picture. And they have the American flag in there to show you that, he's a Republican. That's why he did it. So, yeah, just none of it's making sense. They didn't have any Overwatch, any snipers in position. They outsourced everything to the police department. Obviously weren't coordinated. Secret Service didn't know what they're doing. You heard one of the DEI short fat women screaming, "What are we doing? What are we doing?" Nobody had any clue. We need to hear the communications. Please, somebody leak the communications. the radios. We absolutely need the radios. That's key because that'll clear up if somebody was told to stand down. That's key information. More than like any other videos or any other pictures, we need the audio from the radio, from the walkie-talkies. That's what we need the most right now. So, yeah, this is part 3B. A lot of things changed. A lot of things stayed the same. We're getting more granular now. We could see just what a piece of shit Kimberly Cheadle is. Like, oh my God. And the deep state has infiltrated every one of our institutions like this. That's where, like we're saying, in every single institution, DHS, Department of Homeland Security, Secret Service, fire the top 3. DHS, fire the top 3. Department of Education, fire the top 3. Department of Justice, to fire the top 3. Every single government institution, fire the top 3. And that won't get rid of it all the way because there's program people coming up through, brainwashed, empty-headed children graduating college now that are going to try to infiltrate from the other end. But that will disrupt it enough to give us some time to build something good. But that's what I got right now. I had to do this. We'll do another one tomorrow, but I had to do this one because part 3, the first one, just the audio sucked because Microsofts are retards. And but yeah, very happy you joined. Thank you so much. Please let me know if you like this or not with a thumbs up. Sorry, I was touching my face so much. It's just on fire, itching right now. The humidity just gets me so sticky. I'm gonna go wash it right now. But yeah, let me know what you think, what you like, what you don't like. Tell your friends. I'm saving up money to get a better camera, a better microphone, get another screen so I could do all my staging so you don't see what's happening behind the scenes like a pro boy. And but yeah, thanks for stopping by. We love you, and we'll catch you next time.